Yo, what's up? My name is Drac, aka Jamie, or Jamie, aka Dracula, whatever. I am working on a comic book. Well, I have been working on a comic book. All right, let me just explain. So when I got this idea, I'm gonna show the comment actually, because I made this sketch, and when I posted my last sketchbook tour, somebody left a comment saying that this page was their favorite in the sketchbook tour. And I take people's feedback and criticism and stuff like that seriously. Not to like a fact where I'm obsessing over it, but if somebody says that they like something specifically, I might, do a double take. They might have, some reasons to say that. So I started actually like kind of fucking with it, and I realized how much fun it was to draw zombies also. Like, I just like it. So I started working on some character designs, and then this is actually what inspired the album that is currently out right now. I'm gonna have some links stuff everywhere. You know how YouTube and shit goes. But yeah, this comic book actually inspired the album first, and then I was making the album inspired by the comic book. I was debating if I wanted to drop the comic book or the album first, but I'm primarily a music artist, so it kind of became just a thing where I started focusing on the music more than the comic book itself. But I was still subconsciously, I guess, inspired by the comic book the whole time, which is why there's the zombie rollout throughout the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like once this comic book is finally out, it'll kind of like tie everything together. You know what I mean? Also, this is gonna be my first comic book that I ever make. So I'm not gonna be charging for this. This is purely a passion project. So I'm gonna have a link to my Global Comics account down in the description if you want to visit me there. But yeah, this is gonna be like the first time that I ever made a comic book. I was a comic book artist before, or like I was an artist, like I just drew and stuff before I was making music. But I started taking music way more seriously, but I've always wanted to complete a comic book, and I was never able to. I attempted many times, but I'm very confident that I'm going to be completing this comic book very soon. Here's some character designs. It's got kind of like a punk aesthetic. My biggest influences were Jet Set Radio, which is what's always playing on my TV over here. But my biggest influences was Jet Set Radio, Foolie Cooley, Scott Pilgrim, and Gorillaz. Those their art styles are really influential to me. I kind of like that, like that more edgy feel to the art. I don't like everything to just be cut clean, super like proportions all correct and all that shit. I like when art has some personality into it. You know what I mean? This is another character that's going to be in the comic. So yeah, I'm really close to completing this. I feel like a big reason why I wasn't able to complete comic books in the past is because I was solely doing traditional work. But with this one, I'm going to be combining my traditional and digital. I've seen people do fully digital. I don't know. Maybe I could give it a try, but I feel like it'll be hard. I don't know how people really sketch, like do the penciling digitally. I don't know. Like, I feel like that'd be kind of awkward to do. But here's some of the storyboards. I don't want to show too much of the storyboards. I don't want to spoil anything or anything. But I just kind of want to show you guys that it's a real thing that I'm working on. And I also want to hold myself up to hurry up and finishing this shit too. You know what I mean? Here's some designs for some zombies. I wanted to give the zombies as much personality as possible. And I'm thinking about releasing a version of the album to read along with the comic book, because my plans are to have like markers within the comic book to like cue certain songs and stuff like that to listen to while you're reading and stuff like that. And I might make a whole separate album to play while you're listening to it, like specifically, Here's one of my favorite pages that I worked on. Not colored or anything, just inked right now. But I don't want to show too much. Just want to show you guys that this is a real thing that I'm working on and everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, it's gonna be completely free. I'm gonna be posting it online to Global Comics, so make sure you're following my account there. If you haven't already listened to my album, I'm gonna have like some links there, or at the end of this video, this is definitely gonna pop up something. So yeah, if you haven't listened to that album yet, that this comic book is based off, or that the album is based off the comic book, whichever way, I don't know, because the comic book was conceived first, but the album was finished first when it came out. So the album is technically influenced by the comic book, but the comic book took longer to finish. So however way you wanna say that. But yeah, the album is out now on all platforms, also on this channel. Stay tuned, subscribe so you can see when the comic book is dropping. I'm definitely gonna make a video about when that comic book is out and everything. So yeah, appreciate you guys.